ask you something. Are you in a season of life where you feel a little bit stuck? Maybe you're unhappy in your career. Maybe your relationships feel exhausting. Maybe your friendships feel a little bit one-sided. Maybe family situations keep repeating the same old drama. And you keep thinking to yourself, why does this keep happening? And why does it keep happening to me? I know that feeling because I've coached so many people through it, and I've coached myself through it. And here's what we always discover. The only constant in all of these areas is, you guessed it, it's you. That might feel heavy at first, but I promise you it's the most empowering truth you'll ever learn. Because when you realize that you are the common denominator, it means you also have the power to change it. Hi, I'm Marina Papa, founder of the AP Method and transformational coach. And I help people just like you break free from repeating the same old life patterns over and over and finally step into creating the life they actually want. This video is the first step in our Resilience and Dream Life Transformation series. And I call it the wake-up call for a reason. Now, once you fully understand this one truth, you'll never see life the same way again. Now, let's talk about the hidden power of self-awareness. Research by Dr. Tasha Eurich, author of Insight, shows that 95% of people think they are self-aware, but only 10 to 15% actually are. That means that most of us are running our lives on unconscious patterns. We think we're choosing, but we're actually reacting. We think life is happening to us, but really it's happening through our beliefs, habits, fears, and comfort zones. This is what Carl Jung meant when he said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. This is why you can change jobs, move cities, leave relationships, but if you don't shift your internal patterns, you'll recreate the same problems everywhere you go. Dr. Joe Dispenza calls this the habit loop of the self. In breaking the habit of being yourself, he explains that our thoughts, feelings, and actions become conditioned into familiar patterns. Our brain literally wires itself to repeat what it knows, even if what it knows makes you miserable. That's why the first step is always radical self-awareness. Now let's talk about how ownership is our key to freedom. This is where many people resist. We confuse ownership with guilt or blame, but they're not the same. And I want you to hear this loud and clear. Taking responsibility for your life does not, I repeat, does not mean blaming yourself for everything that's happened. Brené Brown says in The Gift of Imperfection, when we deny our stories, they define us. When we own our stories, we get to write the ending. Accountability simply means this. I didn't cause everything that happened, but I am fully responsible for what I choose to do next. That mindset is liberation. This is the first moment where your entire life can begin to transform. And in my coaching, this is what I call the personal power pivot. You stop living at the effect of life and start living at the cause of it. You move from powerless to empowered, from victim to creator. What are some signs that you're avoiding ownership? Now, if you're stuck right now, see if any of this sounds familiar. You feel like things are just happening to you. You keep repeating the same toxic relationships. You sabotage career progress again and again. You say, why do I attract this? Why can't I get out of this cycle? You feel chronically drained, but also frozen on how to change it. No, you are not lazy. No, you are not broken. You have simply not been shown how to reclaim your personal power until today. Now let's get to the fun stuff and talk about tools that you can use to take your power back. Here's how we start. Part 1, mirror work. Now, when I started my journey, I started to do something called mirror work. I would look at myself in the mirror every morning and say, I am responsible for my life. I am safe to change. I take my power back today. And research from Dr. Ethan Cross shows that speaking to yourself using your name in coaching statements like this activates the rational, wise part of your brain. Number 2, radical life audit journaling. We've got to get brutally honest. And what I would do as well is ask myself, what's working in my life? What's not working? Where am I blaming others? Where am I avoiding taking personal action? This is where hidden patterns will start to come to light. Number 3, your ownership statement. Pick one area that frustrates you most right now and write this. I am taking 100% responsibility for changing this starting today. My past does not define my future. This becomes your personal contract with yourself. Number 4, the common denominator exercise. Now list the last 3 situations or relationships or kind of issues that deeply frustrated or hurt you. Look for patterns. What decisions, behaviors, or thinking habits did I bring into each of these? Now, this shows you the core pattern you're here to break. Number 5, daily awareness practice. Each morning, ask yourself, how can I show up today as someone who fully owns their life? At night, ask yourself, where did I step into my power today? The key to changing your life is consistency over perfection. And I'd like to close this video by saying you cannot change what you refuse to confront. But the second you decide, I'm no longer available for the life I've been tolerating, everything changes. You hold the pen now. You get to rewrite your story, and this is your next step. In the next video, we'll dive deep into something most people skip. This is learning how to forgive yourself and rebuild inner kindness so you can finally move forward. And if you want deeper guidance and private coaching, please visit my website, which will be in my description, because you deserve to live a life you are very, very proud and happy in. And if you enjoy my content and if you found this useful, please don't forget, like, share, subscribe, send this to a friend or anybody you know that might also benefit. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye, everyone.